Now, the South African Guide Dogs Association is looking for volunteers to help raise the next generation of working dogs. Guide and service dogs support people living with impairments, right? But a global scarcity of volunteers to care for the puppies and dogs is in training could have a significant impact on these people's lives. Let's find out more now. I'm joined in studio by Alida Pansegrouw and puppy raising manager at the South African Guide Dogs Association, as well as puppy raiser Angel Conradie, along with their very special friends. Thank you so much for bringing them into studio. It's been such a buzz during the ad break. Everybody excited to meet them. First of all, can you just introduce them to us quickly?
So this is Timber, and he's 8 months old. And
this is Solo, and he's just over 9 months old.
They're so good at the moment. They were a little bit more excited a little earlier on before we came back from the ad break. Talk to me about the importance of guide dogs. I think a lot of people don't understand that they're so important not only for the blind, but also for people who are old as well.
So I think we've got 3 different divisions that we are doing on the dog side. So guide dogs is there to assist people with visual impairment, also with disability. So we have got the non-functioning dog side, where we've got people that are being taught with white canes, and then we have the people that want a little companion to assist them having some independence. That's where our dog side comes in with the guide dogs. We've got service dogs for people in wheelchairs needing assistance, picking up things, you know, that they are not dependent on a person. And then we've got our dogs that help autism support children to be a companion for them.
Very important then what you're talking about, you know, in the introduction to our interview, the fact that there's not enough people who are willing to train guide dogs. And that means that the people she's spoken about are in danger of not having even companionship. I don't think people don't realize how important that is.
Yeah, a working dog is a huge emotional boost, as well as helping someone gain independence. You know, being able to get themselves to work and home without relying on friends or family to drive them around and so on. The dog plays a huge part, but it is also a massive emotional support for them. You know, somebody who's willing to be with them and love them no matter what their mood is or, you know, how bad their day was, the dog is always there. Yeah.
And if someone is watching right now and they're interested, how do they get a hold of you? How do they become part of the family?
We can contact us via our website, so saguidedog.org.za. They can give us a shout. Our contact number is 011 705 3512. And then we've got a application process which will go through them and give them all the necessary information that they need to see what the program is about and what their responsibility would be towards the dogs, to be able to help us giving independence to people that needs it.
And the do's and don'ts, you know, for people who don't know what to do when they are approached by someone who's with a guide dog. You know, my first thing obviously is to pet the dog. That's why I asked you, can I, may I?
Yeah.
You know, what are the do's and don'ts?
The very simple golden rule is that to ask the person who's holding the leash. Okay, so most often they'll probably say yes. You know, by all means, we'll get the dog in a nice sit, nice and quiet, and you can say hello and give them a hello. Occasionally they might say no. You know, if you have a really excitable puppy who's going through a phase of like, I can't resist people, you know, then, you know, we might say no, not today. But that's the simple guideline, and the golden rule is ask the person who's holding the lead. So just, you know, grabbing the leash or grabbing the puppy when they're working is a huge distraction. And for someone in with a visual impairment or someone in a wheelchair, you might put their life at risk by shifting the dog's focus. And then they've got to refocus their dog and get back on track to what they were doing in the first place.
It's not very easy. I'm a dog lover, but at least I know the rules, you know, because I found out also through my colleague Jenna Lee, you know, to say that you must ask first, ask for the permission. Just very quickly, do you find abuse, you know, when you think about working dogs, you think labor. You know, are they always safe in that environment?
So we've kind of moved away from the working dog vocabulary. We don't want to label it as a working dog. There are assistance dogs.
Yeah.
So even though they are trying to do a job when they're in jacket, they have got the tools to be able to be safe when they're out
And
with their
protect
person.
themselves, yeah.
And the people take good care of them. You know, they love them more than we do, as hard as it is. But all measurements are taking place. So we are there to assist the people when they do have dogs from guide dogs to make sure that the dogs are in no way of harm.
All right. Thank you so much to both of you and to you too for coming through. He's so lazy at the moment. I did ask for permission to pet you.
Yes.
So I'm glad that I had the opportunity to be able to speak to these two new friends of mine here in our studios at eNCA. Alida Pansegrouw, puppy raising manager at the South African Guide Dogs Association, as well as puppy raiser Angel Conradie. Thank you very much to the both of you.